Well, look at what we have here. We've got a nice, juicy looking pile of plant and vegetable matter. And you know what? I made a nice video last season about doing free compost from a pile like this. And the one thing I didn't do is I didn't grind anything up. I just dumped it in my garden. This year is going to be a little bit different. I decided to rent a really nice little Bearcat by Echo. It's a nice little chipper shredder, and we are going to buzz through as much of this pile as we possibly can with this little shredder here and do compost the right way. So let's get to it. So about 3 hours later, I ended up with a really nice pile of shredded plant and vegetable material. And I moved it all over to my garden here. And this thing is going to be really nice in about 5 weeks or so when it's all done. So I turn it every about 3 days or so, and I water it every time I turn it to keep it nice and evenly moist for all those microbes and decomposing organisms within that pile to keep on working and have the water that they need to keep doing their thing. And that keeps turning it every 3 days keeps the pile from going to anaerobic conditions, which is a lack of oxygen. And whenever you turn it, you let the bad gases out and you let oxygen back into the pile so that all the bugs and whatnot can keep doing their thing. If you let this just sit here, it's going to take a long time to really decompose. That's why it's really important to turn a compost pile every 3 or 4 days or so, and to water it to keep it evenly moist when you do turn it, so you can get that finished end product within 5 or 6 weeks. I mean, that's what I've been able to do in the past from start to finish. So here we are a few days into the decomposition process of this pile, and I stuck a soil thermometer in here, and that soil thermometer goes about 5 inches into the pile. And we are looking at just under 160 degrees Fahrenheit. So those bugs and microorganisms within all this plant and vegetable matter, they are going to town and having a good old country buffet inside this pile, doing all the work for me. It is time to turn the pile. And before I turn it for the first time, I'm going to add some water to the outer edges of the pile just to weten the surface a little bit, and then as I continue to turn it, I'm going to keep adding some more water. So let's go. And there we go. We're gonna let that sit and cook up again for another few days or so, and then come back and turn it again. So here we are a few weeks later, and the decomposition process has ceased to continue. And the way you can tell your compost pile is done composting is it doesn't heat up anymore. And when you stick your hand inside or stick your thermometer inside, it's not warm. And what you're left with is this really nice, rich, organic matter. And it has a really nice, earthy smell to it. It's a beautiful thing. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna spread this out in this garden over here, my little plot, and then I'm gonna turn it all in for the winter, and This is my soil amendment for this year, and everything will be ready to go in the springtime. And that is how you do it. Thanks for watching.